want to just segue to women, diversity, equality, and inclusion. My great aunt, Sally, born in the late 1800s, lived to nearly 100, was a suffragette and was fighting for women's right to vote. She, in the 1930s, 40s, 50s, had been like vice president of a bank for loans. And she always taught me that men and women can do everything. The only difference is that women can have children and men can't. And that you need to understand that equal opportunity, equal pay. So I'm interested in your book that there is no chapter on diversity, equality, and inclusion, though I understand that it comes through. So how do you bring that to life as a woman?
Yes, of course.
School in your institution, because people, headmaster, oh, okay, it's got to be a man, no. So tell me your voyage. What's your dream?
Yeah, a women's suffragette, of course, we've been reading in books, and I think Shaw brought it out very beautifully, Bernard Shaw, and so many other books in the Victorian era and all, because women were not given their due to certain reasons, probably. But I, as a person, have been very fortunate in my home, where my mom is very, contributory to women education and equality. Yes, we must have gender equality. It's not a question of what you can do and I can't do, and you need to be protected, and there's nothing as a weaker sex. I feel that as women there should be a lot of inclusion, there should be no gender bias, there should be equality in pay, and India is a very nice country, but where we find more women leaders, and also if you come into into schools and all, you'll find there are more women principals, and now we have people also joining tough combat arms into the Navy, Army, and Air Force. And I come from the defense background. My husband is a retired colonel who worked and my father was in the government. So we've seen women really growing, and they have inspired me.
Oh, fantastic. And I'm so happy that you bring that out and embody that in all the students that you work with. I was wondering if there was a passage in the book you want to read that you particularly like, that you could share with us.
No. If I read out here, I think I'll have to open the book. I wish I had it on a slide, which I was. But if you're okay, I can read it. But this is the imagination part a little bit. Please. That taken.
Yes.
And that is, just to bring it on the lighter side. Well, I got the page ready for you.
Please.
And that is what actually is my mantra, or my clarion call to all those who are listening to me, that act now. I believe that whatever comes to your mind, act upon it now. That does not mean if your mind says, I have to go to Japan, you pack your bags and head at the airport without a visa. It means that when your imagination prompts you to be proactive, when it comes up with solutions that require you to take the initiative, act now.
Lovely. Industriousness. Thank you. Now, I know that educational institutions are to teach the future generation, though I'm curious, what are you learning the most from the younger generation you're teaching? I learned so much from my kids.
Plenty, and now all the more. I didn't know much of technology. That is one.
No.
I didn't know what Zoom was. I didn't know how to get into a breakout session.
Right.
We were doing all our events virtually, and we needed to get all these events into workshops. And I learned one from the students. I learned innocence from students. I learned to be playful from students. And there are so many things that they tell you about the wonders of the world, which helps you to explore for them.
Beautiful. Now, it's not always a path with no thorns on it. So what's your secret to conflict resolution, either between two adults, adult-child, child-child? How do you...
Robbie, no 2 days alike, right? Every day there's going to be a problem. Some of them, which may be just very insignificant and just, it's like a thorn you can just pull out from your hand. There are some that goes very deep into your sole of your feet and it doesn't come out. And for that, you need to really think hard and take people along with you to resolve that. For example, I remember I've written in my book also, there was a particular instance in one of the schools where I was on their board and they had a lot of problem and they needed some kind of solution where it was almost, like on the verge of saying, we have to shut it for some times. So I was sent for that mission and I said, I was all alone. I said, my God, I've become very bold to take it up, but how do I do it? And I said, well, I have to do it. And I went, and then, of course, it meant a lot of talking. You don't raise your voice. The first thing you do is you speak calmly. Let them raise their voice, then bring it down. Get the tenor down. When the tenor comes down and both the voice matches, there is something known as peaceful resolution. And then the solution comes and things happen. But there could be so many others, like where you find, you are dealing with certain curriculum, which is very difficult and how it's got to be done and implemented. So, well, it requires research then. It requires analysis. It requires survey. So survey, trying to be, talking through, conversations. So there are various tools that need to be applied, which you cannot put it down in a book and say, hey, this is the tool and you please follow this.
Yeah.
Right.
And all the eyes will help. All the eyes will help. Though we do have two of these and one of those. So listen more than we speak.
Your intelligence, your imagination, your intuitiveness. I call it my Super 11, like a cricket team.
The 11.
11, yeah.
Beautiful. So Kalyani, I'm curious, what's your next project going to be? You got the book out and you're speaking on it, you're talking about it, you're helping others understand the eyes. What would you like to do next?
Oh, I would like to bring out something on something very interesting, but of course I will stick to the same kind of goalpost. May not be the eyes, but this time it could be something to do with what should one embrace and learn in the journey. And I've already got that in my mind. I'm so grateful to my publishers. I must say a word about them.
Please do.
Publishers, they are the ones actually I'm so greatly indebted that they could understand my philosophy and could take, because I never wanted to go in for a self-publication. I wanted it to be done beautifully, and they've done it exactly the way I wanted. So my next book will come up. We hope so. And let it be a little surprise.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to that. I want to thank you for your generosity to take the time to walk me through the book and help me understand the 11 eyes and the eye of leadership, the path to leadership. It's such a vast word. Participant of mine looked online and he said, if I just put the word leadership in Google, I got 11,700,000,000 entries. So you brought it down to 11.
Oh,
from 11 billion to 11.
I brought it down to 11. Yeah.
Yes, and I want to thank you, and I look forward to bringing out this interview to help other people realize the many facets of leadership. So with that,
thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste, bonjour, whatever we teach Spanish, we teach Dankeschön. That is
Thank you very much. Merci vielmals.
Goodbye.
And I look forward to interacting with you in the future and someday coming to your school to
You're invited.
A presentation skills class to your students. It'll be my pleasure.
We do that. We may go online, of course, and this goes off record here, and then we go online sometime, and I would love you to talk to my staff. That is very important. So great. I think Marsha is here. She's noting down all our, future talks and endeavors. Beautiful. So let this journey start. Let this journey continue. Let's not make the start only a start.
Thank you. All right. And
thank you so much for inviting me. I'm so privileged.